Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I need to head out the door in a flash and I thought I would show you my super quick 5 to 10 but closer to 5-minute makeup routine that just helps me feel alive and fresh and happy and pretty when I need to kind of really fly throughout my morning routine. So if you want to see how I got the look in about 5 minutes, just keep on watching. Alrighty, let's do this thing, folks. So I have cleansed my skin and the only thing that's on there right now is the Estee Lauder Idealist Pore Minimizing Skin Refinisher. This is a serum slash primer. It's actually super cool, and if you have oilier skin and you struggle with larger pores and blemishes, this is a really good product to try out. It just sits really beautifully under makeup. You're meant to apply it before moisturizer, which is kind of interesting. I've never had a product like that before, but I've been using this for a while. I've used about that much of it, and I really like it. So that's been sitting on my skin and I applied it all over. That's been on there for about 15 minutes now. Normally I use my Maybelline BB cream when I kind of want to get out the door in a hurry, but lately I've been experimenting with making my own tinted moisturizer, which actually, now that I kind of have the routine down pat, is pretty quick. So this is what I'm using for my 5-minute makeup routine. I am going to use 3 products to make my base. I'm using my daily moisturizer. This is the Nuxe Moisturizing Deep Wrinkle Emulsion for normal and combination skin. So then I'm going to be mixing it in with the Clarins Skin Illusion Foundation. This has SPF 10 in it, and this is a really nice foundation. Oh my goodness, if you haven't tried this, I just randomly came across it in Shoppers Drug Mart the other day. The sales lady suggested it to me. She was wearing it at the time, and it's just so beautiful. It's really beautiful on its own, but it's a little too much coverage for what I'm looking for today. So I'm taking about this much moisturizer. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand like that. Then I'm going to shake this up, and I'm going to, how much do we want on there? Put about that much on there. That's probably a little too much. And now, just because this foundation is too dark for me, it's the lightest shade, but it's still too dark for me, so I'm going to also add a small drop of the Body Shop Lightening Shade Adjusting drops. I really like these guys. This is a brand new bottle. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so I have it all mixed up. I'm gonna let that just kind of warm up and mix together completely on the back of my hand. I'm also going to prep my skin a little bit more. I'm going to go in with a quick spray of the Cover FX Mattifying Setting Spray. I'm almost out. I need to buy a new one. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my finger, pick up some of this mixture I've created, and just kind of dot it around my face. Now I'm going in with my barely damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to pat that into the skin and move the product around. That was super easy just to kind of slap on, and it gave me some really nice coverage, but still leaves me kind of luminous, which I really like. It's kind of just evened things out and given me a fresh, hydrated base. So now I'm going in with a concealer that I can just quickly pat on with my finger. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Treatment Concealer with Goji Berry, and this is in the shade Ivory, which is a little more yellow. I think the one I use most often for my under eye circles is the shade Fair, which is like a little more, I'm gonna say like salmon in color, so it counteracts those dark circles. I picked this up by accident. The formula is still really beautiful though, so I'm just gonna put that a little bit under my eyes and just kind of brighten up where I have some spots. So now I'm just going to pat this in with my finger. And I'm just taking what's left on my finger and I'm running it over my eyelids just to quickly cover any of the redness and the veins that show through up here. And I really like to make sure, especially when I'm in a hurry, I find this makes a big difference, just to bring the concealer, whatever is left over, up into the corner of the eye, just because that's normally where you get a lot of shadow and it just makes you look tired. I'm just gonna leave this guy alone, if you can see him, because aside from that, my skin looks okay. Okay, so you can totally skip this next step if you have drier skin, but for me, because I am an oily lady, I need to set my entire face. So I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade 05 Fair. This is a really lovely loose powder from the drugstore. Okay, I can't find my normal Real Techniques setting brush, like my little one, but I'm going to instead use this Real Techniques contour brush. It should do the trick. It's a little denser, so I'm gonna have a lighter hand with it. And I'm just gonna do, well, at first I'm gonna do under my eyes. And then I'm gonna go around my nose and do my forehead and my chin. And now taking whatever is left over on this, I'm just gonna do on the top of my nose and my eyelids. And now I'm going to brush away any of that excess powder. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the contour step and instead just use a matte bronzer. I'm going in today with the Body Shop's Honey Bronzer in the shade Light. So I'm going to use this to just really lightly and quickly chisel out my cheekbones and the perimeter of my face. I'm just picking up a really small amount, tapping it off. So I always kind of start on my cheeks, bring it up around my temples, over my forehead, and then I kind of take a little bit and just brush it over my nose, just to bring that warmth all the way through. Then I'll do a little bit on my chin, and now I'm going to take it just down my neck a little bit, just to quickly warm things up and kind of cheat out that contour step. I'm also picking up a little bit of this bronzer on an eyeshadow brush. You can use whatever eyeshadow brush your heart desires, and I'm just going to bring a little bit of that really loosely over my eyelid. Yeah. You could totally leave your base here. I love blush, so I'm going to go in with a cooler toned blush. This is from Tarte, but it's a really beautiful shade. It looks good on a lot of skin tones. I'm just going to pick that up and apply a super light layer to the apples of my cheeks, just to make myself look a little bit more awake. I'm using the e.l.f. blush brush. So I think I'm going to put a little bit more on. And I'm gonna leave it there. So if you have a couple extra minutes, I would definitely say fill in your brows. I am going to really quickly swipe a tinted brow gel through mine. This is the Essence Make Me Brow eyebrow gel mascara, and this is in the shade Blondie Brows. This is like $2 Canadian at Shoppers Drug Mart, and it's a really nice brow gel, so I highly recommend it. So this step I never skip, but I find that it makes an especially noticeable difference when you're just kind of slapping on some really quick makeup. It just helps to make you look really awake and fresh and youthful. So I'm gonna go on my bottom waterline with the NYX Wonder Pencil. This is in the shade Light. I am going to really quickly do my lashes. If you don't have time, you don't have to curl them. I always curl my eyelashes. I just can't. I can't live without my curled eyelashes, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. It's already such a difference. Now I'm going in with my favorite mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I am going to use the shade Brown today, just because I want to look a little bit more natural. Normally I can sit here and do a million coats. I'm just going to do a really quick swipe today, just starting at the root and curling it up through the lash line. Lashes, I should say. Okay, so when I'm in a hurry, I don't really do anything to my lips. What I love to do is just reapply my lip balm. I didn't bring my lip balm in, so I'm just going to put a little bit more of my moisturizer on my lips just to kind of get them a little wet, I guess. That feels a little weird. It's going to work though. So now that'll help my lip pencil glide on really nicely. This is another product from Essence. It's called In the Nude. It's a really, really nice kind of rosy neutral lip liner. I really, really like it. And now I'm just gonna really roughly kind of go over my lips just to give them a little bit of color and also just to kind of exaggerate my lip line a little bit. And I just really like doing that over a lip balm or a moisturizer. It just makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more natural. Because when I'm doing this quick makeup, I'm kind of going for a less defined look overall. Okay friends, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope maybe this helped some of you if you were looking for some tips and tricks for, you know, getting out the door a little quicker in the morning, getting that makeup on and feeling good and fresh and like you're ready to tackle the day. I'm definitely going to be wearing this look a lot more as we kind of melt into spring, just because it makes me feel, it just makes me feel fresh, and it's super, super fast when I'm not trying to record it. I'll see how long this actually took when I go back and edit the video. We'll see. The other thing is that this combo of the foundation and the moisturizer is so, so beautiful. That Skin Illusion foundation from Clarins, I highly recommend it if you've never tried it. It just looks better and better throughout the day as my natural oils come through. At least for my skin type, I have very oily skin. As my natural oils come through throughout the day, it just ends up looking, you know, glowier obviously. Sometimes I do need to reblot about halfway through the day, but that's, I mean, that's pretty normal for me. But it just makes you look glowy and dewy and healthy, and you know, that's a great thing. Anywho, I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Bye guys.